Hi, I'm Susan,
And I'm Anne.
and we're still sharing some of our books because we have lots of books that we can go through. Mine is actually the first book that I ever read that let me know I liked fantasy. Terry Brooks, The Sword of Shannara. I was tutoring someone and I traded a smaller book for this book. And I was so excited at how thick it was and the adventure that was in it. And this is the first one. The ending of Shannara is actually happening. That book's coming out this year. I think it's 20 something books that over the history. So they're usually in trilogies, but it's a timeline of families and stuff like that are involved. And this is the book that I took and got signed by Terry Brooks when he was in town. But this was my intro to let me know that fantasy, sci-fi, all of that was really important to me and really fun. And it's always good versus evil, and it's in a scenario where you have druids and elves and all sorts of stuff, and they're always on a quest. Some of the characters you love and you're rooting for, some you're like, oh, why did they have to die? And some are villainous and you want to get rid of them. But over and over again, you get to go on an adventure that turns out well against insurmountable odds.
I think I would like that book. I think all of my children would like that book.
It's really fun. It's a good book.
Okay.
What'd you bring?
Another book for my to-do list. I brought something completely different. I brought a book called The Conversation Piece. It's called Creative Questions to Tackle the Mind by Paul Lowry and Brett Nicholas. You can see it's lived through floods. This was a book gifted to one of my good friends a long time ago, 1996. I love this book. This book has helped to shape the way that I approach people and building relationships. I really value the art of asking questions, and we model this in our training all the time. Instead of telling people things, to ask them questions. Either to help them self-discover, or help them think about things in a new way, or in this book's case, just to tickle their mind, as they say, and help them think about something that they never thought they would think about that day. For example, one of the questions, if you could have any book instantly memorized cover to cover, which book would you choose? If you could walk into any painting and actually experience the moment it depicts, which painting would you choose? And if you were sent on an assignment to rate the 10 best small towns in America, which particular criteria would be most important to you?
So, coffee shops.
Absolutely. Walking trails.
Yes, absolutely.
Both very important. Lots of green space. I love this book for the way it shaped me as a person and the way it shapes the way that we write and the way that we work together.
And I love the way this introduced me into a whole new world that has just been a part of my life ever since 6th grade, of reading good books and being pulled into the story and finding yourself in the story.
Yeah. So what's a book that awakened you to think about things in a whole different way? Both of these books inspired us to think about life in a whole new way. What's a book or a movie, we'll go with that, that helped inspire you to think about things in a whole new way? Post a comment.